Hi everybody. Okay. So I might go a little long on this video. Maybe a little over 10 minutes. I'm just warning you because there's a lot to unpack today, and I'm gonna try to do as quick as possible, but I'm also gonna try to be as thorough as possible. So give me 10 minutes, okay? Alright. So the reason the hashtag is Kimberlin Brown and then watch out is because called it. Okay, they're gonna go with the Kimberlin Brown. Sheila is gonna be okay. First of all, there's two prongs to this. Sheila is gonna catch them in the act, quote unquote, right? Okay, so her world is gonna shatter and then enter evil Sheila, which is why I said watch out. But Kimberlin Brown is gonna give us a master class. And what happens when your world shatters? I call it. I don't know when they're gonna do it. I'm assuming if they are smart, bold writers, you're gonna do it tomorrow. Please, thank you. Because you built up the momentum, and now I kind of want to pay off. Just saying. Okay. Which Kimberly Brown can play anything though, honestly. Okay. So we have that going on. So because we have that going on, you have to have people. Well, it's going to be a cluster F, and I already called it. I said it was going to be a cluster F. I just didn't know how big of a cluster F it was going to be. Okay, because I said they're either going to have Sheila have her world shattered and feel betrayed by her husband and her friend Taylor, which is so odd, and or that she's just going to lose it anyway, or and I give you a bunch of theories. Remember that? Okay. So for this theory to play out, they have to have everybody be free, meaning, okay, Deacon, which I understand why they did it for the storyline, but I'm saying personally, I kind of hate it because Sean Kanan, who plays Deacon, is number one, excellent, A plus. But also he has to be the bad guy a little bit because he has to lie to his wife, and the lying has already started. I told you, okay, now I can track it. I said, oh, the first day I saw him pulling away from her, I said, oh, he's pulling away from her. This isn't going to be good. And I called it and I said, okay. And now he started the lying thing because he told Sheila that because Sheila was trying to be a good wife or whatever and trying to set the mood and say, can we have like what, not, whatever, but can we be romantic tonight? And he says, well, no, I made plans with Hope. So then I'm like, he doesn't have plans with Hope. And then I was going to go off and say, we haven't even seen Hope and Liam in a while. And kabam, they're on my screen. So, woohoo, shout out Anna Noel and Scott Clifton today. Woo! I'm a happy woman today. Okay, so I said they don't have plans with him. And so he calls Hope really quick and says, can you tell Sheila that I was there? Can you cover for me? And she's like, oh, Dad. Yeah, okay, I'll cover for you, but please be safe. And I'm like, yep. Okay, so then the other part, because Taylor has to be free, right? So then uh, uh, Finn and Steffi have to go away somewhere, which they're going on a camping trip or whatever, to be alone, romantic, whatever. And then, so, of course, Taylor's going to be alone in the house. And then Deacon's going to sneak away to be with her. And they were like making out like teenagers. So I'm like, all right, all right. So then my brain goes into like, well, apparently they're going to go into the next part and they're going to get caught, which is what I said. So that's how I put the puzzle together. Okay? So tomorrow, hold on to something. I'm telling you, it's gonna blow. Sheila, okay. And I can plan it out. Okay. Sheila's gonna come to the door with flowers because coincidentally, they ordered too many bouquets of flowers. They were supposed to have 12, they have 15. So then Sheila told one of the waiters or something to take one bouquet home to his girlfriend. Okay, so that leaves 14, right? Okay, so that still means you have two extra. So then a nice woman would give a bouquet to her friend who she thinks saved her marriage. You get where I'm going with this? So she's going to knock on the door or try to knock on the door. But then again, she's going to peep or something because remember the spoilers where she's going to peep a little bit. And I'm like, what the? Okay, so she's going to knock on the door. Taylor's not going to answer right away because she's going to be kind of busy. And then Sheila's going to look around and Sheila may or may not pop in. Now, pop in the door herself. Okay, now, for my whole theory to come to fruition, she has to come to the door and just have the door like ajar or something, like they do. You know, they do that, right? Okay, so then she's just going to let herself in and shock, and the whole world is going to shatter and kaboom, and I'm going to be a happy person on a Friday. Please do, God, soap Jesus, help me out. I'm just saying, man, we're headed for the build-up. Calling it. If it doesn't happen like that, I've lost my nerve. So yeah. Oh, yeah, I said aces to Scott Clifton. Scott Clifton is the bomb. Well, they all are in their own right. I swear. Because the cast has the gel for me to buy it. You know what I mean? So yeah, everybody's doing aces this week. Yeah, but tomorrow is gonna be the kaboom. I am so ready for it. You have no idea. All right, bye everybody.